Okay.
Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. You're done?
Done. Hey guys, today I'm going to go over your misconception project that you guys will be doing. You have about a week to be working on this. Essentially what it's going to end up being is a PowerPoint as well as some notes that I see that you're taking. So just to show you on the calendar what this is. You had a work day last Friday, and then starting today you're hopefully watching this video, and then you have all week to complete this presentation that I'm going to have you do. This presentation will need to be completed before you take your test to better understand the test. So make sure you're getting this done. Sorry if you're watching this on Friday, but yeah. So what you guys had shared with you was a sheet that says your misconception note sheet. Typically how this would work in class is I would have given this to you at the very beginning of the unit. I would have assigned you a misconception, and as we went through all the different labs and all the different notes and PowerPoints and activities, you'd be taking notes on this sheet. Since we haven't been having class in person, it's all been virtual, I have not given this to you, and I'm just going to give it to you as an assignment. And this is going to basically serve as like an outline for your PowerPoint. Each of you will pick a misconception, and then you will tell me basically how to set it straight. So maybe I need to start backwards with this. But you'll have a vocab section if you have any vocab terms that help you define or better explain your misconception, and then there are PowerPoint requirements. So I'm looking for a 10-slide PowerPoint that tells me your misconception and basically gives me 3 facts to set the rumor straight. These need to be different pieces of evidence that you can use to support this. You can either use different activities or notes that we've done virtually in class, or they can be things that you look up online. And then you need to have 3 different vocab terms, and they need to be used in your own sentences. I don't want you just copying and pasting definitions of these terms. I want you to use the words to better describe to me that you understand what they mean. And then I want it to visually look nice. So you're using pictures, and if you want to use movie clips or anything like that to help with your PowerPoint. So that's one thing that was shared with you. The other piece that was shared with you is this PowerPoint. Let me see if I can move myself here. And this is just asking, what is the driving force behind evolution? Again, this is typically how I would start the unit, but I know things are a little wonky with how we've been doing things, but you should still be able to do this. So you have your, I'm calling it a rumors project or a misconception project. Each of you will be assigned a rumor, and I would have you then present at the end these PowerPoints to the class to kind of set the rumors straight. What you need off of here is to choose one of these 5 misconceptions. And so maybe I'll rename this right now. Then we have our 5 different misconceptions. You're going to pick one of these, and the important thing you need to know is that all of these statements as they are written are false. None of these are real. Now some of you are going to think, oh yeah, that's real. Mutations are bad and cause death. I don't want to give you the answers, but you need to have the mentality that the way these are written, none of them are true. Now, if you added some supporting details, or if you explained some nuances about these, they could be considered true, but I want you to think of them as they are, as false, and you need to kind of explain the whole story. How you're going to tackle this is, again, you're going to pick one of these misconceptions, and then you are going to have 3 supporting details to tell me why it's false and support what could make it true. And then you need to use, again, vocab. What I don't want to see here is I do not want you to just define these vocab terms. I want you using them in your own words in your presentation. I have some examples for you of PowerPoints that have been submitted to me in the past, so I will be sharing those with you as well. So let me see if I can pull one of those up just real quick here. Here's one from a student. I don't know exactly who this is, but they said survival of the fittest. So their misconception was only the biggest and strongest survive. However, in this first slide, they tell you what Darwin's original intention was for that term. And so it wasn't just the biggest and strongest, but whoever was the most fit or best adapted to their environment. They talked about their different observations that they made. And again, these were observations that they made during class. And so again, I know our activities have been all virtual, but you should still be able to pull information from these. Then they reworded it. So instead of being survival of the fittest, only the biggest and strongest survive, they define fittest or fitness and define that for you. Then they give some other examples and summarize their misconception as a whole. I'll share a couple of these that were made for me in the past, and hopefully that will help you. Again, I'm looking for 10 slides, and you're just essentially setting the rumor straight, and what you're trying to do is tell me why this misconception is false and how you could set the false statement to be truth. Again, you're going to fill out this sheet and create a PowerPoint. But as always, if you guys have any questions about anything, or if you're having trouble finding resources, again, I know we did most of this virtually, or we did all of this virtually. We didn't do any of it in class. I understand that you're going to be doing some research online to find these. So I'm always available to help you find sources and things like that. But please, please, please be emailing me if you have questions.
Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science.